It's been a joy to work with you in the past to help us come up with some creative community building ideas. And I felt very good about a working relationship. And I was always thinking, when is the next opportunity to engage, with you again. It was an excellent experience for us working with you, and I would be happy to recommend, because what you did is to really help me understand what community is, how communities are created, nurtured, grown, and turned into something, a self-sustaining and impactful. When I first contacted you, the challenge we were having is regarding community building. We are a global mentoring platform on a mission to impact 100 million people by the transformative power of mentorship. So we have this incredibly valuable and impactful use case, but we were looking for someone to really look at how to build communities. And when I first heard about you, the first thing I really loved was your website. It was so creative. And then when you sent me your proposal, it was even more creative. I remember talking to so many people about how, for the very first time in more than 25 years, I've seen someone present their superpowers in such a creative way. I think together we came up with some really creative ways to engage users through, content, through events, and I think in the process, I feel we have come a long way in learning some of the creative ways to build communities. Yeah, I felt extremely energized. It was a joy to work with you. You are very creative, very responsive. You followed up on your open action items. We had a great working relationship, because back then we were trying to create what we called breakthrough cafes with some of our communities. So how do you engage them in not like a standard webinar, but in a ways that becomes more interactive and more creative? So I felt very, very good. Those 6 months we worked together were extremely impactful, and I've learned a lot. Um, you know, like I said, I started working with you because I was very impressed with your background, with your creativity, with your energy, with some of the work that you have done in building communities in physical spaces, and just who you are as an individual. And I think together during those early years of MentorCloud, we really did some cool things to build what I remember you call them community growth curves, because a community always takes time to build, and you really educated us on how do communities evolve, how do they engage, and how do they grow over time. I would absolutely recommend you, Spud. Uh, I think you are very good with community thinking, organizing creative events, creating ways to engage your audience, and the way you have helped us take the idea at that time, what we called as a breakthrough cafe, into something that actually creates a great opportunity for both mentors and mentees in some of our communities to come together, and how that created in more human connections